Ladies and gentlemen, members and friends, it's Matt Bailey here, your National Ambassador and Branch Director for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society here in Australia, and I'm really excited to announce that our August Malt of the Month is Tabanco Time. Now, Malt of the Month for us is always something special we can offer up at a really an affordable price that members can then share around, and it's almost always a single cask from the Society. Really excitingly, however, this time we're mixing things up a bit, changing the game a bit, and we're going with a blended malt Scotch whisky, an 11-year-old 50% ABV. Now, some members, some longer term members especially, will know some of the Heresy bottlings we've done before. We call them Heresy because they're outside of our usual single cask mantra. And they are experimentations, if you like. They're an opportunity for Ewan Campbell and the Spirits team to actually play around with some of our casks and create some flavors and create some releases that we wouldn't otherwise see. Now, this particular release has come about, it's an 11-year-old, it's 50% ABV, so it's a nice chewy 50%. And chewy is a good word for this whiskey. I've tasted this a couple of times already. You can tell this bottle is on its last legs. We shared this around in an event recently, the Heresy History event. And this one will now be available for wider release through the Society in August. This is the result of a relationship that the Society has formed with Miguel Martin and a few other sherry cask producers out of Jerez in Spain. Now, you don't actually normally get this kind of access or this depth of knowledge in the casks like we do, and we're really excited to share that with you as members. And we've written up in Outturn, which you'll be able to see once it's online, as much as we possibly can share about what's in this release. Worrying about which distilleries go into it, people often ask me like, oh, what codes went into this one? It's like, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is, do you enjoy the flavor? Do you enjoy the taste? Is that something that you enjoy? And it's a mixture of casks, but it's all malt whiskey. So it's not single cask, it's not single malt, it's a blended malt. So entirely consisting of single malt whiskies blended together and all ex-sherry. So it is a mixture of Speyside and Highland whiskies blended together and bottled with the minimum age of the spirit being in there is 11 years of age. 50% ABV. It's immediately just a massive sherried whiskey. If you like that style of whiskey, which I know many of you do, and I know I do, then that's something that is going to appeal to you. It's that sort of rich sort of Serrano ham, grape, mulled wine, but not winey either. Like it's sort of that mulled wine, sort of that rich spice. That's sort of yeah, sort of like thick, mild salami and ham. Very mouth coating, very luscious, fantastic mouthfeel on that, very rich and unctuous and delicious. This is exactly the kind of whiskey you want to really just share around with some mates and enjoy a few drams of. It says on the front here, from PX, so Pedro Jimenez, and Oloroso sherry quarter casks, hogsheads, and butts in Spanish and American oak. So Spanish oak, American oak, butts, hoggies, and quarter casks, all ex-sherry though, all exclusively sherry. So American oak sherry, Spanish oak sherry, mixture of all together from different distilleries that we work with. So there would be codes you would have seen in other Outturns, of course, and maybe even this Outturn, but a really exciting, rich sherried whiskey to tie us over for August Outturn, for Malt of the Month, and something really special you can share around with some friends. I'm going to keep enjoying that. Have a read of the full tasting notes in August Outturn, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.